Excuse me. Okay then. I was doing Sling Blade impersonations on live stream. Fried taters and biscuits. Biscuits and gravy. You know, there are two arenas. There's really more than two, but fundamentally there are two arenas of the photographic community. And one of them is actually working photographers, and the other one are gear sniffers. I hate to say this about Sony people. By the way, just as a side note, I've had 4 other photography channels. Don't take this the wrong way if you think I'm hating on Sony. I'm not. I kinda am. I've had 4 other photography channels contact me, and they're like, what? And I didn't even bring up Sony. They brought it up to me. 2 of them are really popular photography channels. They're like, what the hell is up with all these Sony fanboys? They're the rudest, meanest, most spiteful. I was like, I know. I know. They brought that up to me. 4 other photography channels. 2 of them are big photography channels. But anyway, 2 arenas of photography. I noticed that all of these people that keep saying, you know, Nikon isn't inventing, it's reinventing itself every 6 months. They're gonna die. Nikon's dead. Nikon's a dinosaur. You know, none of the professional shooters out there, either be it photojournalists or sports action wildlife photographers, none of the people that are actually working, none of those people are saying this sort of shat. I'm going to use the word shat, okay? I'm going to be polite and you say shat. These people on the sidelines, people out there crawling with their sticking their crotch in the mud to capture a picture of a dirty, dangerous grizzly bear at 100 yards with a 300mm f4 Fresnel lens. None of these people are saying that crap about DSLRs. You know, the cameras with the flappy mirror inside. Never once, by the way, has there ever been a professional photographer that said, oh my God, I couldn't get my shot because there was a flappy mirror. I've never heard this once, and you've never heard it either. No professional photographer, sports action, wildlife, photojournalism, portraiture, not one of them is, oh my God, the blackout time from that flappy mirror, it's ruined my shot. If only I had a mirrorless. None of them have ever said that crap. Ever. Ever. And then you got this other group of people who just think that cameras need to be reinvented every 5 or 6 months. And it's like, unless you're on the bleeding edge of like the latest eyeball tracking technology and like touchscreen technology, then it's like, you're a dinosaur. You're a dinosaur. You're screwed. It's such BS. Let's take the Fujifilm GFX, for example. I have that camera. Oh my God, is it expensive? Compared to other medium formats, it's actually cheap as hell. That camera is only 3 frames per second and is slow. Oh my God, it's slow. How slow is it? It's slower than a constipated turtle in a snowstorm. Slow. You know why nobody's complaining about it, except for a couple of pencil-necked dumbasses that were lent the camera. Like, this camera's not so good for street photography. That's because it's made for hardcore product photography, commercial photography, portraiture, fashion. It ain't made for speed. It's not made for capturing the stumbling bum pissing on the sidewalk, you know, outside of the city hall. It's not made for speed. You can use it for street photography. Kinda, sorta. I've walked around with it. But that camera's not made for speed. The camera is expensive and it's slow as hell. Everybody that can afford that camera knows what the hell to do with that camera. It means that they're a pro and they know, it's like, this camera's slow, but it's about the image quality out. But that camera just craps out gigantic golden nuggets. That's the reason people buy the GFX. It has nothing to do with speed. All these professionals, as opposed to these people that are commenting on YouTube and Petapixel and Diaper Review. Diaper Review, there's a good one. You get all these button-sniffing dumbasses hanging out talking about the bleeding edge. You know, oh my God, it's going to be 4.4 micrometer pixel pitch and it's going to have touchscreen and None of the working pros are complaining about this crap that these other people say. Oh my God, Nikon is doomed. They're so behind the times. They don't have, God. We all want better cameras. But there comes a point in time when you have to look at these people, these button-sniffing knuckle-dragging lunatics and go, what the hell is wrong with you? You know? Shutter speed, aperture, ISO, learn composition, learn how to light your crap, and press the button, dumbass. None of the working pros are complaining about DSLRs. None of them. Respectively, also, there's nobody on the sidelines of these sports action events that are using mirrorless cameras either. There might be one. I think there is one, but he's only doing that because he's being paid by somebody to use that mirrorless camera. There really are two groups of people, and you're not, if you're hanging out in Diaper Review and YouTube, you're not hanging out with the people out there that are sticking their crotches in the dirt. And, you know, those people are not talking about blackout time on a flappy mirror DSLR camera. They're not. You know, as much as I hate the Nikon D5 for many reasons, you know, that camera is durable, reliable, and it will just smoke the crotch out of everything else that's out there. You stick a big 400mm 5.6 lens on there, go out there, stick it on a swivel head, you know, get your wildlife shots, your sports shots, stick it on top of a monopod, go out the sidelines of a pro football game. I mean, that camera will just blow the crotch off of everything. And nobody that knows how to use that stuff and uses that stuff professionally, they're not bitching about flappy mirrors and blackout time. I mean, enough of that crap. It's just stupid. This whole DSLRs are obsolete. Nikon, I see this stuff all the time by these gear sniffing. A lot of them. I'm sorry if you think I'm attacking Sony, but it's true. A lot of them, like 80% of them, are Sony fanboys. They are. They just are. All these people say, Nikon's doomed. You know, they need to get with the times, you know? Like, it's like, oh my God. You know, that's not reality. It's not reality. What this does is what this reminds me of. It's like, reminds me of a professional hiker who at the very most might have a compass and a walking stick. You know, and a tiny backpack, as opposed to someone else like, I won't even go into the woods without GPS, a sat phone, and, you know. It's like, really? You need all that crap to go backpacking in the woods? Yeah, I just won't do it, you know. It's like, where the hell do these people come from? Shut the hell up. You know. All that guy needs is a walking stick and a compass. And, you know, some field rations and, you know, one of those old army pots. You know, he'll frickin' rub two sticks together like Bear Grylls and make a fire out in the forest and, you know, cut the head off of a bunny rabbit and make rabbit stew. You know, you're sitting there with your GPS shoved up your butt and another electronic device shoved up some other orifice and a satellite phone and your iPhone and also a form of either solar charging panel so you can, you know, when you're out, I see some of these backpackers, they take roll-up solar cells so they could charge their crap when they pitch their tent, you know, and they got a little miniature television set. It's like, oh, you're a backpacker, are you? Yeah. You need all that crap, do you? It's the same sort of mentality. I'm going to take the modern world out into the wilderness with me, so I'm never out of touch. It's like, why the hell did you go there to begin with, you know? All he needs is a Swiss Army knife, a hiking stick, and a compass. The hell do you need all that shit for? So all these button sniffers complaining about, you know, Nikon's doomed. Nikon's got a lot of money. They got 60 years of glass, and they're far more financially solvent. There's a neat word for you, Sony fanboys. Solvent. You know? Means they're in the black, not the red. More financially solvent than Sony. Who, by the way, was declared junk status stock in early 2015 by Forbes and Moody's, I believe. It was ranked junk status stock. Yeah. You're going to catch up to Nikon's 60 years of glass manufacture. Yeah. You're going to complain about blackout on a flappy mirror. Yeah. There's no real working photographer bitching about that stuff. Only you. You're a button sniffer. You're a button sniffer. Button sniffer.